So with me today here in the studio, we have Mikayla from Charleston, South Carolina. She's a rock and roll lady. Hi, Mikayla.
Hey, Pat. Thanks so much for having me on the show.
Oh, it's my pleasure. How you been?
I have been busy. That's great. Busy is good.
Oh, well, yeah, busy is really good. Well, I mean, I've read that you have been pretty busy and you still are pretty busy, and that's the reason why I wanted to bring you on the show.
There's a lot going on, that's for sure.
Yeah, so, share with us as much as you can.
Absolutely. Well, I'm getting ready for my fire tour. We've started kicking it off, but we are still booking clear into 2016. That is a 3-hour show full of sight, sound, and sensuality. It's going to be a real show, and I say real because I feel like every song doesn't have to be a perfect production. It just needs to be real. Feel that emotion. How you hear me on the radio, that's how I sound. I don't use all the bells and whistles in recording, like the pitch correction, no quantizing. And I don't want my concerts so choreographed that you have to lip sync. People pay good money to hear me sing. So I'm not saying there won't be choreography and dancing because it's a very high energy show and I'm just crazy, but you're definitely going to feel it. You're going to feel the emotion and the music.
Now you're talking about the fire tour.
Yes, the fire tour. So we've been working on that and, testing out new material as well. I just released the new song Revolution. And in a couple months here, we're going to release another new song called Lucy.
Okay.
We do things a little bit different. We don't release albums. We feel like the album is dying. So instead, we release a new single every 30 to 45 days, which I feel keeps you on the fans' radar. It gives them something to look forward to every month, which I think is important as you're an upcoming artist. At best, with an album, you get 2 months of play and then it's dead in the water.
Right, right.
And this keeps you constantly on the radio and gaining new fans.
That's good. Let me talk a little bit about your fire tour. Do you know when is that going to start?
It's already started. We're playing a few shows here and there. We are still booking. So I'm just going to put this out there. If anybody's listening and wants to bring my show to their city, please contact my management team. My manager, Terry King, email v2drecords.producer@gmail.com. Or you can call the label at 843-614-1928. We're trying to get together some dates internationally as well. We've had several invitations to be in England, Israel. The Netherlands is a huge one for me.
Wow.
Russia. So I would really, really love to get over to Europe.
Wow.
Hopefully by next year. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Europe before?
I haven't.
Oh, you're going to love it. I spent, 3 years in Italy and 4 years in Germany.
Oh, my goodness. That would be a dream come true. I've always wanted to go to Germany. I actually have a friend over there. She just moved away from here. So I promised her I would get over there soon.
Oh, you're going to love it. So listen, your tour, your fire tour. I'm just trying to picture right now what all that would look like. I mean, you have a band.
I have an ensemble. V2D has put together a new model as far as that goes. I'll tell you about it.
All right.
I told you about instead of releasing albums, we're releasing singles. With the fire tour, they've done away with taking a full band on the road. Many bands can't reproduce the studio sound, and bands are forever losing members, which affects the show. So the new music model for my show is an ensemble including state-of-the-art sound equipment, V2D Records, mastered audio tracks, and I have a studio musician playing several different instruments, live vocals, obviously, no auto-tuning, with several costume changes, and it just really makes for a great show, an experience of sight, sound, and sensuality, like I had said. So
Yeah, you have dancers too?
Eventually, I'd like to include dancers, but I put on a pretty good show myself.
Yeah.
And it's filled with original hits and classic rock covers. I've got Joan Jett, I Hate Myself for Loving You, Led Zeppelin, Want a Whole Lot of Love, all my favorites. AC/DC, Highway to Hell, Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train. The list goes on and on. And I actually have several of those covers available on the website for free download for the listeners. if they would like to go to V2D Records.com in the music download section. And I have all of my original hits that I have released so far.
Now, if people want to know where and when you have this tour, where do they go? To your website?
Yes, you can go to the website. They're still posting the tour dates, V2DRecords.com. And I will be posting on social media the next places that I'm playing. I've been doing some private events and things like that in small clubs. And we're still booking, so just watch out for it. I'll be posting it on social media. I have a Facebook page, facebook.com/rockinmikayla13. I'm also on reverbnation.com. You can sign up to my mailing list there, and you'll be the first to know.
All right. Rocking Mikayla 13.
Yes, Rockin'. ROCKINMIKAYLA 13.
Cool. All right, so you mentioned Revolution.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
You know, this is a song that I was very passionate about. Not just because I wanted to do something different than I normally do, but I wanted to make music that actually stood for something. And I think this song kind of says it all. And I'm not advocating an overthrow of the government. I'm not a politician, but I am a concerned citizen, and I can tell you what I see. So this is very much the viewpoint from a concerned citizen. And I'm just privileged to have a platform through my songwriting and singing. Whoops, that was a tambourine there.
All right, we got musical accompaniment here.
Yeah, I'm privileged to have a platform through my songwriting and singing that I can speak out and hopefully make just a little difference. So I just really wanted people to think, ask yourself, what's happening to America? It seems like our whole nation is living from paycheck to paycheck, living on a mountain of debt, 1 or 2 paychecks away from bankruptcy and poverty. Prices of everything is going up all around us, but not our wages. And it's really sad when I go to Walmart to buy just a little food. I come out with 2 small bags of groceries, and it costs me $50 or more. And the economy is just so unsustainable, and it's leading us to a total collapse. Everyone is on the verge of bankruptcy, and little or nothing is being done about it.
Yeah, you know what gets me too is that every time that they raise the minimum wage, they also raise the price of bread and milk and everything else everywhere.
It's ridiculous.
So you end up making less than before because they raise the prices on everything.
Exactly, and it's all for the corporate dollar,
It's amazing.
And gas prices, the U.S. is spending billions on endless wars, cheap imports, and massive amounts of foreign oil, and our leaders have no plan to stop it.
Yeah.
America is no longer democracy. It's run by the rich for the rich. The interests of the average American are no longer taken into account when making policy decisions.
Yeah. Well, let's listen to the song, Revolution.
Absolutely.
Introduce it.
This is Revolution, and it's definitely a song for the people, telling the politicians, do what we want, do what we voted you in to do, or you're out the door. It's time for a change.
Ooh, I like that. So here is Mikayla with Revolution.
Make all the laws you don't want me to criticize.
We're back, Mikayla. So, hey, listen, I like that song.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, I played it, I think, once before on my show, and since you sent it to me, and I wanted to talk to you about it. What can you tell me about, the experience of writing it and putting it together,
Well, I was sitting in the studio, and my producer and I were just, messing around on the guitar. And I was like, I really want to write something that Americans can relate to right now.
Uh-huh.
And so I was just thinking, and we were naming all the things that is wrong with America, and especially when it got to the part about the veterans. I mean, I can't hardly get through the song without crying at that part, because it means so much to me. I just don't understand. Our veterans are sick and dying and homeless. We expect our military to put their lives on the line tour after tour, but when they return home, they're all but forgotten.
Right.
I mean, I drove up to a stoplight just the other day, and I saw a man holding a sign that said homeless veteran. Mm. And as I was giving him some money, he was so embarrassed that he couldn't even look me in the eyes. I mean, this should not be. In fact, no one in this great country should go hungry or be homeless, especially with all the good food that restaurants have to throw out every night.
Right.
All the thousands of houses sitting empty, and yet thousands live on our street.
So you're pretty passionate about a lot of these things.
I am, and funny thing about songs, you have less than 4 minutes to express everything. There's so much that I want to say, and I hope that the song just brings awareness to all these very important points.
Right. But you also do more than singing, right? You also do some acting?
I do. I was cast as Rebecca Mooney in a new Western TV series called Big Sky.
So what's that about, Big Skies?
Big Sky is created by Julie Baumgartner.